Where's Miss Oyanisi?
She's probably late. I saw her in the halls.
We had a meeting in the teacher's lounge. We might be shut down, again. The school is going through another eviction.
What happened?
We got word from Great Stakes that Alexis went through her sun test, but she has about 3 bodies with her. We also heard from the police in Portsmouth that Kitty Bella is dead
And?
Dexter, do you know a student named Rad?
No, ma'am.
His name is Rad Madaki. If you ever hear that name, please tell him to come to school. And his name was found attached to a school outside of Portsmouth.
What school?
Don't look for Ava Invocation.
We've never heard of it.
Imps have built a school in an abandoned warehouse. I hope none of you walk home.
You going to class?
I might try getting my dick sucked. This school is wild. It is literally a girl in a hijab just throwing it back for a bunch of werewolves in the back of the school.
I heard something in the library.
What do you mean?
Miss O said Kitty Bella died in prison. It's a setup.
Leave me alone. You want some Scooby-Doo type shit?
Fine. I'll go into the council's office by myself.
You do that. And God be with you and others.
Why in front of my door? Principal Venitherius, I'm so sorry. Nasty bitch, just blowing bubbles outside my damn office. Down this hall to the counselors. I need a pass. Unlike, obviously, Miss Cochran. What was that name? Rad Madaki. First on the list. Name Rad Madaki. Date of birth, September 9th, 1989. Class schedule, first period, English. Second period, black market. Third, government. Fourth, crafting. Fifth, math. Sixth, speechless crafting. Seventh, science. 8, poetry. How are you present for most of them? Remedial is poetry. Bold.
Push.
Bold.
Dismiss. What in the fuck, bitch?
I'm not doing anything.
Yes, the fuck you are. This is the officer that I get to be in. Do you have crack? Liar. You just broke into my office and you yelled at me. You must be on drugs.
Miss, what a second?
Are you crazy?
No!
Well, I am.
I'm a student.
But for how much longer? Get the fuck out.
Ma'am, do you know anything about plantations?
No. What the fuck do you mean she went into cardiac arrest?
Calm down, Miss Gaines. During the sun test, accidents do happen.
How the fuck do you have an accidental heart attack?
Miss Gaines, Alexis was taken to the VQ. We've called a specialist in, and she'll be going through a 4-hour eviction.
4 hours. The fucking test of 7 minutes.
We are trying Miss Gaines. She has several spirits, and all the windows in the hospital are closed. Doors and windows should be left open when someone is dying.
Is she dying?
That is what we are trying to prevent. We have called a specialist because we have seen it briefly and the crown is broken around the heart. She needs a prayer circle to repair it and any stray spirits will enter.
Oh my god, Alexis, be alright. Hey. You that girl from? Nah, she had pink hair. What is wrong with you? How the Obifa works. The Obifa inhabit the bodies of any man or woman. To be possessed means you are being controlled. Something is pushing you to do that. And in a lot of cases, these are just psychopathy behavior, meaning it is an act. During a realistic possession you still have your soul. It tainted and being willed from another. But as the old cult said, there's a black man inside you. The Obifo will tire you the fuck out. He has a soul. You have a soul. All that sweet pumpkin shit. This is why the Obifo is described as a demon, because a demon has a dick that can literally fuck you. The Obifo is able to be a ball of light and be inside you. But to get that body, that bitch has to tire the fuck out of you. It sounds like a skinwalker, and honestly, I don't know what to tell you. The Sokoyant litters. The Obifo is a common thief, and says like the witch of skin ripped the skin off somebody and the soul took over. But what you see is a literal human being.
What the fuck is it?
It's a vampire. I almost had it. Supernatural beings in Africa are the Obifo, the Sokoyant, and witches. Also the werewolf, but nobody really cares.
Shouldn't that matter?
The soul is the only thing that matters. We are dead people. I got hit by a car as a puppy.
How long have you been like this?
A year now. I was hanging out with a vampire girl. She would go to clubs. I've been in orgies and caught in STD.
What we need to do is confront the problem. It isn't your fault. Vampires have something we don't. They take advantage of us. What happened to you happened because vamps are evil. And they like it.
I was pregnant. And I had a miscarriage.
It is believed that departed children should be buried with a toy as well as named. Did you name them?
No. I donated to the hospital and walked away from it. I didn't know what to do with a dead body, so I gave him up.
In times of grief, we make decisions purely based on the moment. I will tell you, the hospital does not use rituals to make vampires. Stupid, fucking, cockeyed, bitch. I have most of schedule. What's this? The Diary of Sissy Boy? July 1st. My family has always been loving, despite everything that I had witnessed in my family. Our last name is Dreyfus Groudon. My mother married Malon's son, Lachlan. I have never liked the Groudons. Malon brought his black wife, and at the time, I was young and didn't really understand the concept of slavery. We didn't have slaves, but Malon wanted to sell my family 8 slaves from America. My mother renamed herself 3 times. Once because Malon did so behind her back, and 2 more so she could leave. The first name, the one she was born with, Sophia Dreyfus. The second was Nora Webb. And the third, I considered the strangest. But he always said she was African, and they later found out that we were 3% South African. Malon raped my mother. His name was Abner Groudon. My mother, Sophia, told him she could no longer deal with me. I was about 21 then, and Sophia Dreyfus was about 22 years older than me. What I remember about Abner is that I always picked on him. I literally kicked him, threw things at him, and stirred glue into his water. Malon said he praised the Antichrist. He said slavery was a reflection of God, that he wanted to punish the lesser. He said he knew God and that he was an anti-Christian. Anti-Christians were Christians, but they believed that the Antichrist was the true God. The Antichrist would speak to the Groudon and told them to breed. The hole had to be full of anti-Christians, and once it was full of anti-Christians, they would build a pyramid of people and reach the high heavens. Malon believed his family came from the first God, and that God was the Antichrist. His name was never spoken and commonly addressed as the Antichrist. The Antichrist was neither male or female. But the most important thing to me was not the gender but the name. It could not be read E microsign, E, single quote, E superscript 1, E plus minus sign, E double dagger, Tsaniak Zoser Taz. The cult, Theta Theta Xi Theta Psi Micron. TTXTPO. The name was very convenient. Malon had money. He owned a company that specialized in anthropology. It fit with college's Hebrew lit in theory. All he ever did was buy the building. The fuck is anti-Christian? See how the flowers of the field grow. They do not labor or spin. Listen! They don't spin. They don't work. Because when a flower grow, that's it. Matthew 6:28. Yet I tell you, let me tell you. That's Solomon in all his splendor. He was spending.
He told her to put it down. Put it down. God damn it. And I'll tell you another one. For if any, is the hearer of the word.
Please me alone. I'm so fucking tired.
Dexter,
Bitch.
I found out my plantations exist. It's so fucking obvious.
Slaves.
Malon killed a bunch of people over land. He made entire cult praising the Antichrist. The bodies were put on the plantation and rearranged for a ritual.
It's just too much going on.
Nah, what I did was I boiled the noodles. Right, I boiled the noodles, took the noodles out and seasoned them. You get on nerves. Why did you put the noodles in the air fryer? Yesha. It doesn't have that. Oh my god. Yesha. I'm done. Lord bless the father, I hate her ass.
Varana, why is your line blocked?
Oh, Timothy.
Baby, you popped to get off the phone.
I haven't heard anything.
You have got to keep your ears up. Stop talking to Putin.
Sorry.
Dark like your balls on the streets. Dark like your balls don't leave. Dark like your balls on the streets. Dark like your balls don't leave.